Absolutely garbage transition defense. You don't get back to a random spot on the floor. You're guarding Vucevic. Get up, ready to guard. But you're standing in the middle of nowhere, so Vucevic is wide open for three. Don't go up the gut of a down screen. You go this way so you can stay level to your man. When you go this way, look, that's called going up the gut. And look what happens. Now you're late to get out to your man, so it's just rip and go right into the lane for a layup. Cross screen right here. You've got stop. Right now, your man is setting a cross screen. So you need to jam Nikola Vucevic as he comes through so this player can get on the other side. You do none of that. So Nikola Vucevic is wide open for two. All right, you double team the post. You've got to be rotating properly. Stop, stop, stop. Why is this player going in this way? This player's got this cutter. Your responsibility is to rotate here. All right, then this player's got here. The ball goes in the corner. This player goes here, and the man that doubles goes here. But this player's all the way in for no reason. That's not your rotation. So now this player's going to get it, miss, but because the rotations are off, look, the box out assignments are off, so now it's an easy offensive rebound and goaltend for the Bulls. Bad communication in transition. Why are two people guarding this Bucks players guarding this one Bulls player? Someone's got to say, take the ball. But by the time it happens, it's too late, and now this player has an open jumper and a two-shot foul. This is terrible transition defense right here. Okay, stop. This player's got to say, I've got ball. So this player knows he needs to go here now. Okay, but there's no communication because, look, we have two Bucks players guarding the ball, nobody taking this player, and it's just going to be right to the rim for an easy two. This is a late switch. This is what happens when you don't prepare, communicate, or have attention to detail. Okay? Right now, if you're switching the screen, this player's up, this player's ready to guard. See, you can't move in with this screener here. Look at this. See how this player's moving in? So look, now he's never ready to guard. His feet are never set. So this player's going to blow right by him and hit a step-back jumper. What is this ball screen defense? I mean, it looks like, is this player expecting a switch? Then you got to switch. There's no communication. There's no preparation. There's no attention to detail. So there's no switch. Vucevic gets right to the rim for a layup. This player contesting this shot is totally unnecessary. This player's doing a great job guarding one-on-one. Okay, look at the great job. So just stay boxing out your man. But look at this player here. He's going to make a totally unnecessary contest at the rim, so that leads to an easy offensive rebound, kick out. Now the Bucks defense is scrambling, and it's a dunk. Okay, so right here, this player, stop. Player's dribbles picked up. You can already recover. First of all, there should be backside help already sliding here, but again, I'm already able to bump you back. But this player's sticking around too long, and now this player's able to get it right underneath the rim, and it's an easy two. Can't happen here, okay? You got to, as Alex Caruso comes through here, you got to initiate contact, okay? You've got to resist him. You cannot just cut right through here. You got to battle for real estate right now, okay? But look at this. You do none of that. So Alex Caruso catches us in the charge circle. Easy two. A train wreck of transition defense. You do not stop towards the ball. You sprint back, okay, because we got a player coming this way. You stop towards the ball, and now this player's wide open, draw help, and an easy two. To get underneath the screener when you switch. Right now, I'm underneath the screener, and I'm initiating contact. That's what's most important. I'm battling for real estate. But you don't get underneath the screener. So look, now he's catching this right there in a dunk. You do not play defense like this away from the ball. You cannot have your back to your man. Look what happens. Now your man's going to cut, get right to the rim for a dunk. You have to sprint over here. Stop, stop, stop. This player needs to be sprinting over here so he has his feet set in a defensive stance. Look at this. You're jogging. Your feet are never set. So now this player goes right to the rim, and it's a two-shot foul. This can't happen right here. You can't just let Andre Drummond chill right basically in the charge circle. Initiate contact. Get him out of here. Battle for real estate. You do none of that. So look, now this three goes up. Look at Andre Drummond. He's boxing you out for an offensive rebound, so it's just an easy catch right back up for a dunk. Stop just giving up 2-on-1s with your ball screen defense, okay? Get up. Push this guard out. The second he hesitates, picks up his dribble, brings his dribble back, which we've seen is quick, I can recover. In the meantime, backside help right here on Andre Drummond's roll. This player can occupy these Bulls players 2 passes away. But but instead you're going to give up that 2-on-1, and it results in a 2-shot foul for Chicago. Okay, when you switch a ball screen like this, stop. You need to be immediately underneath the screener, so you initiate contact, and you can start battling for real estate out here. When you don't do that, look where this player's catching it, way too low, so he's easily going to go up and a goaltend. You don't get back to random spots on the floor. This player needs to be sprinting over to this body here. Instead, you're standing in the middle of nowhere, so you give up an open 3. Again, you're switching this ball screen. You've got to initiate contact right now. Right, that's what's most important, that the Bucks defender initiates contact, that you battle for real estate now. That doesn't happen. Look at this. You're letting Drummond catch it way too low, and it's just going to be a dunk. When you switch a ball screen, you have to get underneath the screener. When you switch over the top like this, now this happens. This is a great job initially switching this ball screen. Look how this player initiates contact, but you got to keep going. You got to keep battling for real estate. You can't stop. Look at this. This player just stops. So now Vucevic is catching this inside the paint. Forget about it at that point. This player here has got to do a better job sliding his feet going under. Okay, look, you're under at the same time. So right now you need to sprint to get to this spot here so that you're guarding, showing your hands in a defensive stance. What is this player doing? He stops. So this player gets to go right through for the lane for 2. Really elementary right here. Shots going up. Go find this player. Get your butt into him. Box him out so he has no chance at a rebound. When you don't box him out, these turn into 50-50 balls. This player easily gets it, and it's a 2-shot foul. Switch a ball screen. You have to stop. You need to get underneath the screener right here. You cannot switch over the top because look what happens. Now this player's open, right to the rim, 2-shot foul. Hey, you see this Bucks player right here. You have to know when the Bulls are about to get a turnover. So right now that Bucks player should be sprinting back to the Bulls player furthest behind. That doesn't happen. Look at this. I mean, we can't see it, but you can see this player doesn't sprint back when that turnover happens. So it's a layup. All right, so you got to box out low. Shot goes up. Stop. Get low. Use your butt. Push Vucevic out of here. When you box out high like this, look at, see how he's boxing out, not using his butt? So Vucevic can just stand in the paint, easy offensive rebound and 2-shot foul. The problem with switching a ball screen over the top, stop, get underneath, okay? And battle for real estate and initiate contact. When you switch over the top, look, now this player has to step up and backside help. So now he has to leave his man in the corner, and it leads to an open 3. Horrible transition defense. This player needs to sprint back, get underneath the ball. Why is this player slowing down? Look at this. You're slowing down so you give up a layup. Stop giving up 2-on-1s. Please get up and push this guard this way. The second he hesitates, picks up his dribble, brings his dribble back, which we've seen is quick. I can then recover. In the meantime, backside help right here, but I'm able to bump you back quickly anyways. Instead, you give up a 2-on-1, and it leads to an open Vucevic jumper. Not awful transition defense. Okay, this player needs to continue to sprint until he's able to guard 1-on-1. Watch him slow down. So now you're not able to guard 1-on-1, and it lets this player get right to the rim for 2. Don't gamble at this Caruso pass. Look at this gamble right there. So now you let him beat you backdoor for a layup. Don't lean towards the screen. Make Dragic use this screen, and our ball screen defense will execute. Look at this player, how he's leaning towards the screen. So now Dragic just refuses it right to the rim for 2. Okay, again, so the shot's up right here, okay? You can see this player start to cherry pick, so you got to go with him. You can't stick around for an offensive rebound. You got to go now. Because if you don't, which you don't, and the Bulls get this rebound, well, now it's going to lead to an easy 2. There's too much delaying by both of these Bucks players. Okay, when's the turnover? So Caruso has the ball. Go, sprint, sprint. Look at how long it's going to take for them to start going. They stop. They haven't moved. They still haven't moved. Yeah, so now, look, now this player here gets ahead of you, and it leads to an easy layup. Really basic right here. Shots up. You got to get into this player's jersey right here, okay? Use your butt. Get him out of here, okay? But instead, you don't box out. You do nothing, and now this player is able to get it and put it right back in. Can't get back to a random spot on the floor in transition. This is a random spot on the floor. You're in the middle of nowhere. You're guarding Vucevic. Get up and guard Vucevic. But instead, you're just standing in no man's land, so it leads to an open three. Okay, again, you're guarding a one-on-one here. Stop. Just angle your body this way, okay? So he has to come this way. There's no place to go. This player is standing and waiting to help you. But you don't angle your body that way, so now you fall down and you give up an open three. Totally inexcusable transition defense right here. This Bucks player needs to sprint back. Look what happens when you lightly jog like this. Look. Now your man's way ahead of you, and he gets right to the rim for an easy two. Player here needs to sprint back in transition. Okay, I don't care that the ball's here. You need to be at the three-point line. Why is that? See, look, if you sprint back, you're here now. Now this player right here has no reason to sag. He can get up, force this player this way. There's no place to go. Instead, you're not there. This player sags, open three. Not switch a handoff like this. Stop. If you are switching this handoff, you need to be up, okay, and ready to guard. Level to the screener. You're not even close to that. So now this player blows right by you, right to the rim for a layup. Got to call out this flare screen. Your man is clearly setting a flare screen. So you got to be yelling out, flare, flare, flare. So this player knows he needs to get up and over the top. But there's no communication. This player's going to get nailed by the flare screen, and it's an open three. This is the issue with drop coverage. Stop. Get this guard out of the lane, and we need backside help. Okay? Second, this guard hesitates, picks up his dribble, brings his dribble back, which we've shown is quick. Okay? I can recover and bump this backside defender back. In the meantime, though, we need backside help. Okay? Because look what happens when you just give up a 2-on-1 without backside help. Now look where Andre Drummond's catching it, in the paint. So now it's just too easy, and he's going to go right to the rim for two. Stop giving this guard the lane. Get up. Push him out of the lane. The second he hesitates, picks up his dribble, brings his dribble back with the sideline right there. It's going to be less than a second. I can recover. Meantime, backside help right here. This Bucks player can occupy these Bulls players 2 passes away. But nope. We're just going to give this guard the lane and an easy floater. Short communication is huge in transition. This player's doing a great job at trailing back, but you got to communicate. Take the ball, I've got this player. But that doesn't happen. So this player is kind of still backing off like it's a 2-on-1, and it ends up in a 2-shot fight. There's no reason sagging right here. Stop. Get up. This player is doing nothing but ready to help you. So get up and push him into that second defender. Instead, you sag, so you give up an open three. Player here needs to sprint back so he can get to the three-point line in a defensive stance with his feet set. Look at this player. Backpedaling into an open three. Are you getting beat in transition right here? Okay, you're out of place to guard one-on-one. This player needs to sprint back here. Okay, his man's all the way out here. You don't need to worry about him for a few seconds. This player needs to get up, force this player right into a double team. Instead, that doesn't happen, so this player gets right to the rim and a 2-shot foul. Cross screen, come on, stop. Your man setting a cross screen. You got to jam this player as he comes through the cross screen to knock him off his spot so this player can get on the other side. You don't do that, so now Drummond's wide open, and it's an easy little turnaround. If you see a loose ball here, stop. This player's got to start to sprint this way, okay? Because if the Bulls come up with it, this player is going to be way ahead of you. Look what happens. This player just stands, so now this player's way ahead of you, and it's going to lead to an easy Bulls two. Okay, there's nothing to switch here. This handoff right here, stop. Get up and guard. If you actually get screened, then the switch can happen. But there's no screen. There never was a screen. So now you give up an open three. Bulls are in the bonus. Just all you got to do right now off this switch is initiate contact. Battle for real estate. Don't gamble. Look at you gamble. So now it's a cheap foul and the Bulls are going to the line. Okay, being in the gaps, it's called stunt to get the dribble picked up, recover. It is not gamble and recover. The Bulls are in the bonus. Look at what this player's doing right here. This is not stunting and recovering. This is gambling right here. Okay? And again, you're going to get called for a cheap foul, and the Bulls are back to the line. You cannot jog back in transition. Look at this player jogging and walking. You need to sprint. If you had sprinted, now you're here. Now you can box this player out. But you're in no man's land, so this player gets an easy offensive rebound, and put back. Okay, we got multiple problems here. One, this player here needs to be in. Look, you're standing in the middle of nowhere. You should have sprinted to this spot here with your feet set at the 3-point line and in a defensive stance. That's mistake one. Mistake two is that this player needs to sprint back. I don't care that you're guarding this player here. Why? Because look at if you had sprinted back. Okay, now you're here. Now this player can force this player this way, and then you have nothing to do but double team the ball. Your man is all the way out here. But instead, all of those things don't happen, and it leads to an easy Bulls 2. It's a horrible switch. You've got to be level to the screener when you switch, okay? You're all the way under here, so now this player's going to get it, go right to the rim for 2. Don't go under this screen. Stop. You need to get up and hedge. Push this guard out. The second he hesitates, picks up his dribble, brings his dribble back, which we've shown is quick. I can recover. Okay? In the meantime, backside help here. This player wants to throw a skip pass from all the way over here. We have plenty of time to recover. But instead, you go under and just give up an open 3. Okay, right here, off a baseline out of bounds, you have to initiate contact and battle for real estate. You don't do that you don't even come close to doing that. In fact, it's the Bulls player that initiates contact, and it's a 2-shot foul.